see, I played ball golf since I was young, and I played soccer, and we had a picnic at Pohick up in Northern Virginia, and I found a disc golf course there. We didn't know what these things are, these metal baskets, and it seemed like a really cool thing being golf oriented. And later I lived at a place that was downstream from a ball golf driving range, and the balls would run through my property and we would pick them up and we created a ball golf hole. Well, a friend of mine, this guy Larry Hinkle, came over to my house one day and said, "You should be doing this." And he had a disc or two and said, "Wow, look at this." Well, he's like, "I'll get closer to your target than me." And anyway, the property we lived at was really set up for disc golf. And there was many horse trails that we had, and it was perfect. So we started out with these, well, at Pratt Park, they were trees at first, and you would just be targets. So you would throw your disc at the tree with a tee, just like in ball golf. And then that morphed into the baskets came in, and then we discovered that actually Ed Hedrick is the guy that designed the stuff. Well, anyway, 1976 is when that came out, and Pohick was put in about then. And 1978 is when my picnic was, when I said soccer, and I saw that. Well, anyway, my friend came out and said, "Do this," and I figured out, like, wow, this is really cool. So we turned our property into a disc golf course, and next thing you know, we became really addicted. Well, we couldn't buy that property, so when we had to move out because it was a rental, we found a property over here and turned it into this course. And in 1995, we had 32 acres, and in 2000 we bought 20 more acres next door and put another course in. And it's golf has just become, my whole life is golf. One way or the other. It's either been ball golf, disc golf, miniature golf. You have mini disc golf, and it's kind of overwhelming because it's been such a major thing. But the Tiki course, in 2000, we replaced all the baskets on the course with professional baskets that were made by Ed Hedrick. And the first ones we made were actually ones we made in the garage over here with the welder. And when we replaced those baskets, we had all these baskets piled up. And in the woods over there, before we owned it, we actually put in a miniature golf where we used 5-gallon buckets. Well, we had all the holes laid out, and then we decided that it'd be neat because we had all these baskets. Why not put a miniature golf course in with you use the full discs? And then that came into the Tiki course because we had the Tikis. We would use the Tiki torches that we would put on top of the baskets, and we light those up, and that was the first source of light. And then after that, we changed that into Christmas lights, and then we rope light on the baskets. And now we have this great tournament that is the Tiki Madness thing, based on March Madness format. And last year was a real big success. I can't wait until this one coming up in May. It's going to be a great tournament. 2007 Virginia Open is sold out, and it sold out in about a month. Immediately once we decided to finally open the registration. It includes 2 days. This year we changed it it used to be Sunday and Monday. This year it's Saturday and Sunday. It allows people to travel a little bit easier than in the past. Anyway, some of the breasts, we have 12 people that are rated in the top in the world, and a couple people that are right on the borderline. And it's a great thing. We have a bunch of bands that play at night. And all right, the past champions of the Virginia Open include Mike Moser, JG, John Gregory from Maryland. One of the original winners was Chris Heisel back in the day. 1998 is when we started it, called the 2 Days of May. And 4 years ago, we changed that to the Virginia Open. And Chris Heisel has won a majority of the original tournaments. I believe Craig Gangloff stepped up and won one year, and Mike Moser has won about 5 of those events, and John Gregory. The human soup, I guess the human soup is that over there. Right now it's covered over, but there's the human soup is a jacuzzi that we keep at about 108 degrees. It's like 4 degrees warmer than it should, I suppose. But and after the tournament, we all go and hang out in there, and that's the human soup. Spotsylvania golf. Let's see. Well, I suppose it started out with Pratt Park and the Virginia State's overall disc golf frisbee championship. They don't use frisbee because it's a trademark, whatever. That was where the big frisbee started in Spotsylvania County, and actually that was Fredericksburg, but it's just right down the street. Since then, John Biscoe, who has been a big person in disc golf, he was the man that started all the Richmond stuff. And when I moved in and he met me and we were in Spotsylvania, his family is a big family in Spotsylvania County, and he decided that it'd be a good idea to come back in this area and maybe start some more of the frisbee stuff, because we have this going here, and then he's got all sorts of property. So between him and me, we have 2 private courses, and we've put in Lauriella Park. It's, I think, 6 or 7 years old now, and that's turned into a really incredible public course. That it is. People love to play that, and between that course and here and John Biscoe's course and Pratt Park, I believe we could possibly hold a world championship here if it, was ever offered. We could definitely cover. But Spotsylvania golf has come a long way, and we're really proud of what we've done here.